Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. Today we're going to do something slightly different with our team builds in that you're going to get a twofer. That's right, we are going to do two teams built around one character, one figure from the Death of Superman Iconix set. It is a piece. It's the only reason I bought that set, to be honest. I just really had to have my Doomsday. This is how Doomsday is supposed to look, and they did a fantastic job on him. Take a look at the back. Great detail. Spikes. Superman's cape. As soon as I saw he was in there, well, he had to be in there. Had to grab him. Also had to get it because Superboy had Suicide Squad. So, yeah, any figure Suicide Squad I have to have. But we are here today to talk about Doomsday. Now, like I said, we're going to do two builds for Doomsday. We are going to do one that is actually a theme team, and another that is not. I don't usually do non-theme teams, but it's a team I think will work very well for him. And it is still going to be DC based. So just by doing that, I've justified it to myself. But we will start off with the theme team. And of course, we are going to be starting off with Doomsday. He has the Power Cosmic and Superman Villain. Is it Superman Villain? Superman Enemy team abilities. Kryptonian, Superman Revenge Squad, Brute, and Monster keywords. For this build, actually for both builds, he will be at his 175 point clicks. And he starts off with a big boy trait. Heavy restraints. Doomsday starts the game with a restraint token. If Doomsday has a restraint token, he takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. When an opposing character hits Doomsday with an attack, instead of dealing normal damage, they may choose to remove the restraint token. If they do, Doomsday can use Flurry this game. So they have some pretty big decisions to make, especially since he's starting off with a special 10 movement, which we'll get to in a moment. Quake, Invincible, 12 Quake, 19 Invincible, and 4 Exploit Weakness. You'll also notice some special defenses in there. We'll see those here in just a minute as well. There is his second trait, is Genocidal Hatred. Battle Fury. At the beginning of the game, choose a keyword. This game, Doomsday modifies his attack and damage +1 when attacking one or more opposing characters with the chosen keywords. So if you're going up against a theme team, be prepared. Doomsday's coming for you. Now you see that special movement he had it on his top click. Metropolis. When Doomsday is given a move action after resolutions, he may be given a close as free. So get that free attack after moving up 10. If he has no longer has the restraint token, get that nice Flurry with the exploit. If they have that keyword for 5 damage each. Yeah. And then as you can see, that special defensive power is a stop click with Invincible, and he has 3 of them at that point value. If you did him at 300 points, do a one-man army. Very, very powerful, but I think we can make him work at 175 as well. So, like I said, we are doing a theme team for Doomsday, and the theme is Kryptonian. Not many Kryptonians right as of now. That should change with Masters of Time. So As for now, joining him from the Notorious set, we are going with number 32. We're going with Zod himself. There he is. Not gonna lie, I had to dig this guy out because I never intended to use this Zod. I couldn't think of any teams he would really go well with. There he is. He does have the Superman enemy team ability, Kryptonian, Ruler, and Soldier. So not many keywords. A couple good ones with Ruler and Soldier, but just never came up in any of my thoughts for a team build. Does come with a trait, Kneel Before Zod. Free. Choose an opposing character within 4 squares and line of fire. Both you and that character's controller roll 2d6. If the chosen character is less than 90 points, increase your result by +2. If your result is higher, give that character an action token. If you can't give them an action token, deal them 1 unavoidable damage instead. Very, very nice. Does have improved targeting through hindering with a 5 range, and he starts off with running shot, Pinsai, an 18 invincible, and leadership, which that unfortunately will not come in handy on this build, but still nice to have in case he does happen to get close to Doomsday. Nothing else really to go on the back. And then he does have some good values later on if you do have to get up close and dirty with a charge, super strength, impervious, and close combat expert. Coming in at 90 points, that will leave us with 35 points to play with. And to fill out that 35 points, we are going with the most famous of Kryptonians from the Death of Superman Iconix. It is Superman himself. You've seen better days, Supes, but you went down swinging. I still remember how big of a deal that comic book was when it first came out. I mean, I know you can find them everywhere now, dirt cheap, but everyone was trying to get their hands on that book. Let's see if we can. There it is. There is the scene. So Superman at 35 points has the Superman, is it just ally? Yeah, Superman ally team ability, which does do improved targeting through hindering. Has the Justice League, Kryptonian, Metropolis, and Reporter keywords. Now that Justice League keyword is gonna see this guy's gonna see some play once Masters of Time comes out. And it is because of this trait. For 35 points, you get this trait. Living up to Superman's example. Unique modifier. When Superman is KO'd, each friendly character that shared a keyword with him modifies their defense +1 this game. That is Protected Pulse Wave. It does have improved movement through blocking. 3 clicks long at 35 points. Has a special movement, a flat 11, no special powers on attack, 18 invuln, and a 3 with leadership. Let's take a look at that special movement. It is racing to contain Doomsday, hypersonic speed, and plasticity. There's a special defensive power, but that will not help us on this click. Now, the whole reason he is on this team is for that first trait. With a 9 hypersonic, he can still do some damage. But the first thing you're wanting to do is get him out there as bait. You want him to get knocked out. That way you can bump up Doomsday plus to a 20 on his top dial if you're lucky. And Zod to a 19, both with Invincible. So that does leave you with only 2 characters left. but you could have two worse characters stuck on your team. And then there is a possibility with Superman going down of bringing in someone from the sideline. Also from the Iconix set is this Superman, who does have a trait, the Return of Superman. He is a sideline active trait when a friendly character that can use the Superman ally team ability is KO'd. After resolutions, if Superman is on your sideline, give him a resurrection token and roll a d6. Adding the number of resurrection tokens to the result, 6+, generate Superman from your sideline into the last square the friendly character occupied on his 50-point starting line. So yes, you might have to it's a long shot to get it on the first try, but you can put him on your sideline. What's it hurt? Get a shot at bringing in an extra character. So that is my idea for a Kryptonian theme team at 300 points. Now, a team I think will do slightly better. Oh, got him tied up. That'll do slightly better, with a little bit more survivability, is going to be DC based yet. It is going to have Doomsday again at the 175 points. But instead of bringing in Kryptonians, we are actually going to bring in from the Notorious set, super rare number 51. We're going to bring in Harley Quinn, the zombie hunter herself. There she is. Harley Quinn has the Batman enemy team ability and the Underworld team ability. She's going to be at 25 points. Has the Arkham Asylum keyword, Gotham City Underworld, and Scientist. Move this down just there we go. And she's here for the zombie hunting trait. If you were the first player when an opposing character is damaged by a friendly character's attack, after resolutions, deal that opposing character 1 unavoidable damage. If they are not KO'd, heal them 1 click. So that gives you a shot at knocking someone out just a little bit easier. Say if you get them to that last click. Say you get them to a stop click, and after resolutions, that you do that 1 unavoidable damage, gets you right past that stop click. Also has a unique modifier. If an opponent's force has more characters than yours, friendly characters modify attack and damage +1. So, with this build, odds are your opponent's force will have more than yours. So that will give a +1 to Doomsday's attack and damage. That is already that could also have a +1 from the keyword trick on trait on Doomsday's card. 18 sidestep, quake, combat reflexes, and she has a special damage power that also is very handy. And that is, look at all these kids we can corrupt. Empower and support. That's right. She's going to make Doomsday hit that much harder if we are going with Doomsday's trait, the genocidal hatred. If they have the keyword that you pick, that's a +1 to damage and attack. So it is now a 10 for 13 with a 19 invincible and a 5 exploit weakness. Add the +1 if you have less characters than your opponent's force. It is now a 10 for 14, 19, and 6. Add that empower from Harley Quinn. It is now a 10, 14, 19, 7 exploit. Now imagine if they take the restraint token off and you are flurrying for 7 penetrating damage each swing. Boom goes the dynamite. And she has support. So, since Doomsday is giant sized, he can carry Harley Quinn around with him with his special movement. And she's just tagging along for the ride. Has combat reflexes, so if you put her adjacent to whoever Doomsday's adjacent to, has a little bit more protection there. To 19, has a little bit of survivability. And if they happen to get Doomsday down a little bit, you can pop off a support from Harley and bump him right back up to top dial. And that only gets us to 200 points. Now, you don't want to get too crazy because you want to have less characters than your opponent. So, what did I think was the best thing to do? Let's bring in another beater from the notorious set. He is number 40, the rare number 46, Beast in Pulp. Black Adam will be coming in at his 100-point click. That's right. Let's get Black Adam in there with Doomsday and Harley Quinn. Black Adam has the Mystics and Power Cosmic keywords. Team abilities. Keyword-wise, though, whoo boy. Justice Society, Legion of Doom, Secret Society of Superheroes, Sinestro Corps, Deity, Mystical, Past Ruler, and Warrior. Has the trait the Living Lightning. When Black Adam uses Mystics, he also deals 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character within 3 squares of the attacker. Haven't had a chance to use that yet, but that sounds like a heck of a lot of fun. Also has a special defensive power, which will be on his top click, and then once again later on, it is not a stop click, so you have to be lucky to land on it again. Guardian of Kondak, Invincible. Friendly characters within range and line of fire can use Mastermind, but only to choose Black Adam regardless of adjacency. Has Charge, Quake, that special defensive power, and Outwit. Nothing else on the back, as you can see, but still, you don't need much else. So basically, my idea for Black Adam, other than hitting things, is for him to get within range and line of fire of Harley Quinn. Because once your opponent finds out what Harley Quinn is there for, to keep Doomsday up, she's got a target on her back. So, by having that Mastermind ability with Black Adam just hiding in the wings, gives her that much more survivability, and if they do happen to do it, Mastermind to Black Adam, not only did they fail in getting rid of Harley Quinn, now they're taking the Mystics damage from Black Adam as well. And if they have any of their other characters within 3 squares, they're taking 1 too. So, 300 points for 3 characters that I feel can buff up Doomsday just the right way to be an absolute menace. There you see. So, once again, that is a team for theme and a non-theme team, but still in the DC world. So let me know what you think. I really love this Doomsday. I love that they made him so that he can do it on his own, or he's still not terribly expensive that you can still do teams with him. Other ones like Chthon are very, well, he's 300 points. There, it's him or nothing. So I like the ability to try different things with this iconic character, with this iconic sculpt. Let me know what you think. If there's any other Iconics that you feel deserve more attention. I know Harley and Poison Ivy are getting a lot of attention lately with Roses for Red. But I love what they're doing with Iconics, and I hope they do keep them coming. Let me know what you think of these teams, if it's anything you'd be willing to try, if there's anything you would change. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you again for joining me, and until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.